In this lecture, we're going to talk about another useful tool for footprinting, which is Google. We all used Google as a search engine, but do you know that if you know how to really search on Google, you can get much more deeper information about any specific target. And let me give you a small example. So when you try to search on something on Google and type, for instance, let's take Easy Counsel and press enter. When you type Easy Counsel here and you search on Google, he will give you the result, which is around 2 million results. As you can see here, the result of searching is 2,100,000. Because he got you everything that include Easy Counsel, URLs that include Easy Counsel. This one, for instance, is not Easy Counsel website, but the Easy Counsel word was mentioned in Wikipedia in this specific link. Or maybe some training website who are providing Easy Counsel training, so it was inside the content itself. Or maybe the testing for Easy Counsel. So as you can see, the amount of results that I got from Easy Counsel was huge. Now I can limit the search result by typing some keyword. So for instance, if I type in URL, semicolon, and then Easy Counsel, that means I want you only to search for URLs that include Easy Counsel. So he will only get me URL that include Easy Counsel. And the result now became 57,000, which is much less than the previous search. So now I can only see the URLs that include Easy Counsel, not the Easy Counsel inside the content or the Easy Counsel inside the title or something like that. So why that is useful to understand that we can use some specific keyword to search. Right now, we have a lot of devices that is connected to the internet. So for instance, the webcam, surveillance cam, right now, most of them are allowing the user to open the webcam and to monitor through the internet. And to be able to do that, it has to be done web-based. So now most of the webcam are web-based in a sense that you can, as a user, and you own a webcam and you install it in your home, from your smartphone or your laptop, you are anywhere in the world, you can just open a website, a browser, and type a specific URL, then you can act the webcam. Same concept here for the printer. We have a lot of printer that can be managed by web or routers or voice over IP and so on. So when you put something available on the internet to allow the user to connect through it, it's also available for hackers. So if I can know just the URL related to a specific webcam, even if I'm not the owner, but I can search for this URL and he will give me access to this specific webcam. Let's take a small example about that. I know that there is some webcam that you used to, when you open this webcam, usually on the title, it will show webcam 7 and the URL, it will have 8080. And I'm going to tell you from where I did get this information. So I know that there is some specific webcam that when you set up this webcam at your home and you try to access the webcam, the page that open usually show webcam 7 and in URL will have 8080. So I can go to Google and I can search. Could you show me all the web page that has? So I'm going to type here in title. That means only search in title, do not search in URL and do not search in content. In title, web 7 and in URL 8080. This is a piece of information I was able to get and I'm going to show you how. That I know those specific webcam usually show in the title webcam 7 and in URL 8080. And I'm going to click on enter. Now you're going to see a lot of results here, right? And all of those are webcam. Let me open one of those just to show you. So if I open this specific webcam, first you're going to see that as a characteristic of the webcam, it usually show on title webcam 7. That's why I was searching for that. And in URL, usually it has 8080. So I just have a piece of information, so I can search for any webcam. This is a webcam. It show like a land space or something. And you can even move the cam right or left, or you can do whatever you want. So this is a small example. Now consider that for any services that administrators are keeping online to facilitate their job. So if they have a printer and they are located somewhere else and they want to manage all the company branches printer remotely, usually they are allowing the service to be managed through a web, and they're going to have a web URL. They're going to have URLs that when you click on the URL, you can access a printer, or you can access the voice over IP or the webcam. By doing that, they are also providing those URL for malicious hacker on the internet. So you keep that on the internet. Anyone who know how to search, he will be able to search and get access to those devices. Now the question will be, how can I know how to access webcams? Or how can I know how to access a printer or a router? Quite easy. This is called actually Google Search Operator. And also in some cases we call them Google Dorks, which is the keyword that will allow us to get some sensitive information about the company. So how can I do that? We can do that by going, or how can I know that? I can go to a specific website, which is exploit dash or -db. This is a very important website for people who's working for security. It shows an exploit database. We already explained what is an exploit, so it shows all the exploit, the recently published and the old one. And if you need to look for any program to hack a system, you can get it from here. You just need to have information about the system. Like here, this is an exploit that can be used for Apple iOS 10.2, or this is an exploit that can be used for a specific operating system, and so on. So if you have the information from the footprinting and scanning, you can get from here the exploit to be used. But anyways, this is not our point right now. The point is, in the exploit database website, they have an option here called Google Hacking Database, which include all the operators that you can use to get critical information about a target easily. So if you go here in the Google Hacking Database, you can find the recently published one. Okay, this is file containing juicy information. Or you can search yourself about the category. So if you click here, you can see what exactly you are looking for, and he will give you the keywords that you can search on Linux, and it will give you that. So for instance, we need I need to search for files that include username, or even to be more interested, let's search for files that include password. I think there was one here. Yeah. So if you check this one and you click on search, he will show you some keywords that you can use for getting password. So, you know, any one of those, you click on it, he will start search on Google. This is actually the URL. You can copy and paste it. This is the Google Docs that you need to use. Or you can click on it and he will open Google and search and give you the files that may include password. Of course, I will not click on any of those, but you know, we can just check. So this could be an index, and it could include files that include password. You just need to search for that, and so on. You can search for files that include, let's get back to this one. You can, it will give you dorks that allow you to search for computers that has vulnerability, servers that has vulnerability. As you can see, files that contain juicy information, error message, vulnerable servers. So, but if we consider this way, okay, this is actually kind of random searching or random footprinting. What if I need to search for a focus searching? So I need to search if this vulnerability is applicable to my website. So I can type here, I can add site or URL, and I can type the site name. So I'm searching for this specific vulnerability in the site that I'm looking for. So it will be a focus searching instead of random searching. But after all, Google hacking, it's a quite important and impressive footprinting tools. And next lecture, we're going to see tools that, you know, will help organize the result of searching. But you can get a lot of information just by searching about your target on using Google. You just need to get familiar with the Google Docs and how to search for different kind of vulnerability and different kind of information on your website. On the other hand, administrator and network administrator and system administrator, they need to understand that not all service should be allowed and should be enabled through web access through the internet. because just by using Google, I didn't use any tool, but I was able to get access a webcam. And if I search, I can access a printer, a company printer, or I can access their voice over IP, a call center, or it's quite impressive. And I will add a lecture, I will add a document with this lecture that's showing you some of the real examples for searching for different kind of services that was allowed for the administrator remotely. And just by searching using some keyword, you can access them yourself.